Yes.
It's sometimes it's a way of showing love, or the guy thinks so.
Right, and that's what my stepdad told me, and so that's what I was healing last night. Well, I don't have any other way to show you that I love you but to tease you.
Right.
And I said, well, you could try
something different.
You could try something else.
Well, and if you look at group consciousness of the interplay of what the soul is saying, we have learned to see it as that we need to stop doing it. It is like, oh, why do you women talk on the phone so much? To the point we don't want to be accused of it, so we'll stop talking on the phone. We want you to stop saying stuff like that. It's not that we took offense, it's just we're tired of what you call teasing is actually pushing us down, sometimes degrading us, and that is what we trained ourselves to do to ourselves until now we're empowered to say, you know what, we don't like it. That communication process has changed so much through time that that's why relationships have been changing so dramatically as we're moving out of that humanistic way of doing it into that who we are phase, that spiritual part of who we are. Okay? Let me see what's going on here. One of the things that group consciousness says is that we are actually reevaluating right and wrong. Because it's not about living in right or wrong, black or white. It's the gray areas. Because the gray areas is actually where we're supposed to stand out, be who we are, allowing ourselves to show different perspective, different ideas, instead of just being black and white and being cookie cuttered and droned, and we're starting to learn to think for ourselves, and our higher self is really helping us learn to find our authenticity and to call back our passion and stop cutting ourselves up. So we're learning to become whole again. Anything else that we need to know in the chat room?
She got it.
Okay, wonderful.
This
all right,
person got it.
And Octarine says we're still having problems with the sound.
It wasn't as bad as it was.
Now the question, I guess.
Should I get to my mic? Plug my mic in and try that?
It's still omnidirectional.
Well,
why don't you go get it and we'll see. Where do we, right there.
They were asking, could this stand in the way of their success?
Oh, absolutely. Because when you have walls, then you are only focusing on the wall. You can't see beyond the wall. And if you are used to a pattern, a strategy, a behavior, well, we're going to plug a mic in and hopefully you won't lose us. But if your soul is asking you to heal something and you don't know how to heal it, then you will just start repeating, and then eventually you'll break it the humanistic way, which is to get away from it. And that can stop you successfully growing, being with a couple, or life itself. So that's why we're here to help you to see what your soul is saying, because it's showing you, because it wants you to grow, resolve to evolve, and to heal instead of deal. Because we're done with coping and handling. We're actually creating closure. Okay. Let me know. Did anybody just hear what I just said? Well, we're going to just jump into the next caller. Not jump into the caller. Good God, that's not what I meant.
Area code 225, you're on the air.
Thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome. All right, how can we help you?
Can you see when my boss is going to get this car fixed and I can get back to work?
You're going to want to, okay, when will the boss get the car fixed so you can get back to work, correct?
Yes.
All right, so let me check. All right, so there was a story about the car and the boss getting the car fixed so she can get back to work. So my question is that why is this there and interfering? And it's like, okay, right now the top layer is you can't figure it out. We need to go past that. That's why she asked us. And it is how you have, okay, are you used to having people bully you and telling you what to do?
Am I used to having people what?
Bully.
Push you
Bully
around.
me?
Yes, push you around.
No, I'm from the city. No.
Oh,
you don't
she
allow
just said
none of
it.
that.
I'm from New Orleans. Not too much bullying. I'm more passive these days, I would say.
What about in your childhood? Home environment?
Okay, that's what we're looking for, because it may not be consciously right now, but your soul is projecting something for you to look at. In this case, it said that you have learned to adapt and follow politely to what other people's agendas are. And, ooh, hold on, I got this funny feeling that's coming over me. It's like you learned around 4 years old, about 4 years old, to go into the stress mode of flee or hide or, hold on, I can't see anything, just give me a second. Now, you might have had a threatening childhood, I don't know, or it could be your spiritual, so physically everything could be all right, and spiritually the third eye scared the hell out of you. I'm not sure if it's spiritual or physical, but one way or the other you became very much that you had to behave and put on the best manners, because if you didn't, there was going to be great consequences, and so you've trained yourself to act and behave a certain way so those consequences can be avoided. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. What does this got to do about getting the car fixed? Again, you have learned to behave a certain way and that you have to wait. Now, if we're going to answer your question, will the boss get the car fixed? Yes. When will it happen?
On their time.
On their time, because they're not giving me a set time. But if you were going to ask for a physical set time, then that is another thing that you have to behave and say, okay, don't ask those questions.
Because then all of a sudden, then you become pushy, even though all you're simply asking is to have your needs met, to do things, to get things accomplished. And all of a sudden, wait a minute, why are you being so pushy? Because it's their time, their pace, their agenda.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have employees and just don't act like you don't care.
No, we're not saying that at all. We're not going to that. We're telling you why this is happening just to you.
I'm the only other employee besides the 2 owners.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with the owners. They're not bullying you or pushing you. You created a strategy and a pattern when you were growing, which says that you are to put on your best manners and to behave and to wait. They are simply showing up as someone from your past of when you were 4 years old. Their signature of how they're acting. They're not responding to you. They're not working at the pace that you want. It's a certain behavior that you see from them. Now, if you just simply want an answer, they'll get the car fixed, but right now your soul says it wanted you to learn something. And, you know, it could be about 4 days tops, but you may have to go some rocky road of maybe, you know, kind of pushing them, saying it again, using your voice, standing up. You're creating the rapport. How long have you worked for them?
I've been working for them all year.
All year. So you're learning how to have a relationship with them. And you may have to learn to speak up a little bit more.
Okay.
Okay? So you may
have...
have...
But they are going to get the car fixed, right? And I am going back to work, right?
That's what it looks like. Besides putting the worry aside and healing the worry, I would say yes. But I think you're going to have to speak up and learn to communicate so that you guys are on the same page. And so they know that you want to work, and if they don't want you to work, they'll tell you instead of just leaving you hanging. But you need to create a relationship and communicate, okay?
Well, we used to communicate every day. They just didn't have it. It was the motor, then it was the top light, then it was the hood. And I know that they're coming from a place of embarrassment, but
okay, but
my fault. I didn't do any of it.
And I didn't say did they say you did?
No.
Okay, so don't even think that. No, don't even blame yourself. So again, these happen to you. All this car is happening to you because there's a part of you that has to learn and to stand up and say, "Can you give me a better car than what I've got now?" You may have to stand up.
Can you pull a card for me?
And yes, anything specific you want us to just, the same question?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got the home card.
Louder.
Let's see what this one says. Peace, security, safety, belonging, and all the features one would want from home are indicated now. The home card represents an invitation to experience what it's like to be secure in your own skin, to live comfortably no matter what is happening in the world around you. It is time for opening your eyes to your tribe of like-minded people, or one special person who makes you feel like you've come home. Home is love, and love is all around you now. Whatever your inquiry, you are where you are meant to be, and will reap great benefits by staying on this path regardless of where it leads. Home will always be with you. It is where the heart is.
Okay,
That's
Jen.
interesting.
And I got the Eyes of Beauty as a challenger, which says to release your expectations and demands and be with the truth of the way things are now. You're whole and beautiful and perfect, and what you observe is too. It may not be exactly what you want, but perhaps in shifting your vision, you will find clarity and will see that it's exactly what you need at this time. A total shift in perception is what is required.
All right.
Wow, that was beautiful with all this drama brought to the table.
It can be.
All right, so you got some good cards. Hopefully that helped you, my dear.
All righty.
All right, thank you.
Thank
Stay
you.
blessed.
Thank you.
Who's next?
Skype caller.
All right, a Skype caller. You're on the air with Bridget, Jen, and Scott.
Greetings of peace and love from the galaxies beyond.
Hello, Opulence. How are you?
I am that I am. How are you?
We're awesome.
Great.
So, what can we do for you, or what message do you bring?
Well, I bring a message of peace and harmony, and expect the unexpected. Expect things to be a lot different than they've ever been before, and fear not to experience them because they will be coming more and more, better and better.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Good.
Yeah, that confirms what we were working on.
Yeah, exactly.
I hope this has to do with the lottery ticket I bought for tonight.
You're cute.
I hope it has to do with it too. I can't
Yes.
say though one way or the other. I get the field on that.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you.
I'm just keeping my fingers crossed.
Yes. Well, can we bless you with a reading?
Of course you can bless me.
All right, my sweetheart. Hold on.
But does your number have a 2 and a 7 in it?
My number.
Yeah, there was two of mine. Somebody at work commented on when I bought the. I buy a ticket for the work pool. There's 11 of us. I put in $1 each.
And is there two?
And there was two of them had a number 2. And somebody commented today. Hopefully 2 comes up. So.
Awesome.
Well, see what the 2 and the 7 mean. Maybe the 27 is some relevance. I don't know, but I
Okay.
just got the 2 and the 7.
Okay, we'll
Awesome.
try that.
All right, because that come up right now. I'm just 27 in the angel book says, "Congratulations, your optimism is attracting wonderful situations and relationships. Stay positive, as this attitude is working in your favor."
Interesting.
Interesting, definitely. Okay, here you go, my dear.
Well, I thank you as always, and you know, 27 is a 9. That's completion, and so we end this auspicious moment until later.
Exactly. Hold on. I want to give you more, sweetie.
All right.
So, Jen's going to go.
Okay, and going with the ebb and flow of your vision quest, that actually is your entire life, coming up for air to synergize the innocence. So they're saying there may be a reclaiming that needs to happen with the innocence, coming up for air, taking that in so that that can create more synergy, they're saying, in your relationships.